It was an emotional homecoming for three Americans held by Russia. Paul Whelan, Evan Gershkovich, and Alsu Kermasheva got off the plane at Joint Base Andrews to find the president, the vice president, and their loved ones waiting for them.
Don't buy this idea that you're going to let these people rot in jail because other people may be captured.
Whelan waited years to be freed, and while he says he's happy to be home, he never lost count of the time he spent imprisoned.
It was a good homecoming. So looking forward to seeing my family down here and just recuperating from 5 years, 7 months, and 5 days of just absolute nonsense by the Russian government.
And in the Wall Street Journal newsroom, Gershkovich's relieved coworkers broke out into applause upon learning their colleague was finally freed following his conviction on espionage charges, which the paper denied. Throughout the ordeal, the Journal consistently pointed out journalism is not a crime. Families of the three Americans joined the president at the White House yesterday as he announced the deal to the world. Kermasheva's family was so grateful for her return to the U.S. Her husband and daughter spoke with her on the phone before she touched down in a place many Americans don't get to visit.
She seemed very happy. We all said hi. We said we're calling from the Oval Office, which is super cool. And she seemed to like that. And yeah, she's in good spirits.
I was in disbelief because it was happening in the Oval Office. We were standing next to President Biden. And well, once again, I wanted to pinch myself. Is this really happening? It was overwhelming.
CBS News White House reporter Willie James Inman joins me now with more. Willie, we have heard President Biden say diplomacy was vital in this exchange, that relationships matter. What do we know about the countries involved in this deal?
Hey there, Lindsay. Good to be with you. And it was really remarkable to watch that happen live on TV late last night as those three Americans returned home after years and months spent in prison in Russia. And President Biden has been working the phones. The vice president has been working her relationships as well. And the key leaders in this exchange involved the Prime Minister of Slovenia and also the Chancellor of Germany, Olaf Scholz. The president mentioned Olaf Scholz in his remarks on the tarmac there at Joint Base Andrews last night, also in his remarks earlier in the day at the White House. The reason why is because the president had a meeting with Olaf Scholz earlier this year, and it was during that meeting a senior administration official said, "For you, I will do this." That's what Olaf Scholz told the president in terms of negotiating this deal. We know that the vice president also held a meeting with the chancellor on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference. She also held a meeting with the Prime Minister of Slovenia. And I'll also note, Lindsay, President Biden was working the phones, talking with the Prime Minister of Slovenia hours before, about an hour or so before he decided to drop out of the 2024 race. So this all coming to a head and coming to the release of those Americans who we saw with their families late last night.
I mean, that is a remarkable detail. The president's sick with COVID. I believe at the time, he was in Rehoboth Beach, if memory serves, and an hour before releasing that, he's making a final diplomatic call. You know, we've seen political reaction from lawmakers about this. What are some of the top lines from either side?
Yeah, the president looked at this deal and he said, what we are getting, the value of human life, the value of putting families back together, the value of standing up for freedom of the press far exceeds what we are giving up by sending a few more criminals back to Russia.
So sorry about that, Willie. That was Jake Sullivan essentially responding to the criticism they've been getting about one of these notorious Russian prisoners going back to Putin.
Yeah, that's right. We've been seeing some celebratory comments coming in from lawmakers, but also some criticism as well. The former president criticizing the Biden administration for this deal, essentially saying before it happened, just weeks or days before, saying that he could get Evan Gershkovich back for nothing. But then when this deal came about, he essentially alluded to that our negotiators come up with terrible deals. So it's important to point out that this took months. The president noted that his team had been working to release Americans around the world, including Paul Whelan and others, for quite some time now. But there are still Americans being held in Russia. The president was asked just a while ago here on the South Lawn about Mark Fogel, in particular, an American teacher who's there and detained in Russia. And he said that he's still working on that. He essentially said that he's not giving up hope, that he's going to continue to work to release those Americans who are detained abroad, Lindsay.
Okay, Willie, James, Inman, thank you.